Hi, I'm Peggy Beauregard. The Nest Egg Builder empowers people to build their wealth consistently by passively investing in commercial real estate. And we're continuing the conversation about investment strategies and what is safe for investing. Well, the safest place to put your money is the bank. The bank will pay you, I believe it's paying 1% now, and that could fluctuate by tenths of points. And it will take, at 1%, I believe, about 72 years to double. And will you still be alive when that 1% doubles? To have a good life, you need to take some risk. And I know lots of people don't want to take any risk, but there are risks to take. Here's some of the safe things to do. Make sure of who you are working with to invest. So I'm in commercial real estate arena, and we like to make sure that we have a track record on the people that are investing in purchasing the industrial, the self-storage, the multifamily, the shopping center. Each of those takes a special kind of knowledge. You can't jump from being in a hotel to going into industrial. You need to have the experience so that you know what you're doing. And if you want to jump, a lot of people jump from single family into multifamily, but they're different. When you're dealing with one tenant and now you're dealing with 100 tenants, it's very, very different because you have a lot of maintenance on it, which you don't have on a single family. Now you have maintenance with 100 different families. We have people going in and going out. Things happen on the campus. You've also got swimming pools that need to be maintained and places for people to picnic and barbecue. And there's all kinds of rules and regulations that run, like what time you could open at the pool and then how late you could be out barbecuing and then partying. Oh my God, all those things. So you have you need to have experienced syndicators you're working with. Same if you're going into the stock market. Look at the stock market. Look at who is running the company. If you're investing with a company like Apple or Google or GE, find out who's running the company and how much experience they have. Are they somebody that just came in and they're brand new and they came in from another company? And what did they do for that other company? How come they left that other company? That would be my question. And like that. So that's super important. Some people want the sponsors in real estate to have 15 or 20 years experience. Some of them want to have them to have like 5,000, it's called doors. And that could be 10 apartment complexes or 50 apartment complexes. So did it matter how many units they had, doors, or does it matter how many buildings they have? Or does it matter what the return is and that they're consistent on the return and what they do? So each of those is really important. And in the stock market, you should be looking at that. If you're not looking at that and you're just buying a stock because somebody told you it was a good idea, that's a huge, huge risk because stock market goes up and down and you don't even get a tax benefit out of it till you sell. And then the tax benefit you get is called taxes owed on a capital gain. When you're in real estate, you get some deductions against the property that you're invested in. And that's called depreciation. And that's called a negative number. And that negative number writes off against what you're receiving out of that property. For instance, there's a lots of other things you can invest in. You could buy gold. Are you going to take the gold or are you going to buy a certificate for gold? You could invest in racehorses. I would say that was very high, high, high. Because you never know if the horse is going to win. They're just like people. Some days they don't feel so good. So you have to look at every aspect of what you want to put your money in. and not let fear drive you, but let education drive you. That is what's so important. It's just so important. What is safe? What's going to grow? How much is it going to grow? And what makes it risky? Some people say, oh, if you're getting a high return, that's too good to be true. Is it? Or have people been able to get those good high returns year after year after year? So, what makes it risky? I'll tell you what makes it risky. There's nothing wrong with commercial real estate or any real estate. The operator is everything. If you don't have a good operator, you never know what's going to happen with a piece of property. So, it's all about the operator. It's the same with a business. Do you know how many businesses you walk into, the mom and pops, that have no plan about how they're going to grow or how they're going to take care of their property or their inventory? I was in a store the other day that was not the store that I used to shop in for years and years. Their inventory is entirely different now, entirely different, because the mother ran the store when I did lots of shopping and had many things that I liked and cared about. And now the daughter is running and she is running it very differently. It's fine if that works for her. It just doesn't work for me to shop there any longer. So, is that high risk? Well, it is for her in a sense because she's lost a customer. That's all. Then those are the things to ask about. Those are the things to look at. So, if you want to know more about risk and what makes something risky for you, please set an appointment at thenestEggBuilder.com. I'd be happy to have that conversation with you. What you see as risk may not be what somebody else sees as risk. And if you let fear run your risk, you're never going to get further ahead. So let's get through the fear. Let's get through what is risky. I have my sheets have 90 slots in them to get answered. Background checks, where's the return, what kind of loan are they in, all those kind of things. Those, you ask the right questions. You ask the questions which will take away the risk and the fear, and then you jump in and invest.